Dark bleatings, everybody. This is an appeal for help, a cry for help, some might say. So, as I've mentioned in a previous video, my brother has kindly made some lovely background music for me. And initially I just wanted something to fill the void of silence in the gaps where I'm sat there freezing for 53 seconds, for example, or trying to recall a character name in a film I like. And then the music has now made me think, oh, actually, I think I'd like to have a nice little filming area with a nice little backdrop that I don't have to set up every time I film, because I film 3 videos a week in here. This is my little library office in my house. So I would like something hopefully that can just stay as it is for all times, and I can just use it when I need to on a weekly basis. But it has raised some problems. I have a lot of books, a lot of which have had to migrate out of my office and elsewhere around my house, which I'm going to be showing you. And creating a filming area in here potentially opens up me having to reorganize my books, and that is what I need you guys to help me with, because this isn't going to be a reorganize my shelves with me thing where I'm just reorganizing my shelves and telling you and you have no input. I need your input for maybe a future video or just maybe for my new setup. So I'm going to show you around my office, small as it is, and then I'm gonna show you some other areas around my house. But basically I have to, if I'm going to have a little filming area and make it like a little set, it has to be in this room just for practical reasons. I don't live alone, so I have to be considerate of the other space in my house and also the kinds of rooms the cats wreak havoc in. So without further ado, gonna give you a sort of little tour and where I keep my books. And I am a bit obsessive about my organisation and how I store my books, and I'll explain that also. But yes, please watch and help me. So here we are. Here's Happy Goat Horror headquarters, if you will. Let's go see what's inside. Well, I know what's inside, obviously. Okay, so before anyone thinks of this, I have already tried reorganizing the furniture in here, by the way. It took me quite a while the other night, and I ended up just putting everything back where it is, because this is the only way that the room works without it looking ridiculously cluttered. So that's not an option for me. But so option 1, I could set up my little filming area in this corner. Yeah, you see, I could put some of my horror paraphernalia, maybe have a little backdrop. This is nothing to do with the reorganization, but this is a poster for a play I wrote that was staged. Kill 'em in the Brain. Very serious art, you might assume, and you'd be right, take zombies very seriously. But anyway, so what I currently have on this bookcase that I would need to move, I guess, because I want all of this on one bookcase altogether, and if I make a filming area using these shelves, this is all going to have to go. So this is my current physical TBR bookcase. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shelves. This is the Billy bookcase, the classic from IKEA, and I put shelf extenders on the top. So I've got 7 shelves of books here, and I do need to keep this together, which means that these have to stay in this room, because this is the only room where I've got bookcases that have got 7 tiers of shelves and not just 6. Or I used to film sat on the floor down here when I first started my channel, so like with this in the background, and I made a few backdrops, wasn't ever happy. I think I would put more effort in this time maybe. But this is my middle row of books, which has got various knickknacks. As you can see, I've got a little space here, and then it's probably below frame, but all of my sort of academic stuff is on the sort of bottom 3 shelves, like academic stuff, miscellaneous and writing guides and whatnot. And then up here is a continuation of the shelf I'm going to show you next, which is books I have read, horror books I have read. So preferably these books need to stay with the next bookshelf also, which is kind of also a problem. Now this is a bookcase of books I have read. They're all organised alphabetically by author's first name, not surname, because I like to go rogue like that. And this is typically where I film anyway, but just sat in my office chair with a bit more of my desk in frame, which I'll show you in a sec. This is just sort of knickknacks and things. I did used to have books on here, but it's really annoying because of where I had to put my desk. I couldn't use the whole shelves, and I couldn't put books on the top and not the bottom because of weight distribution and all of that. And this is basically how you usually see me, and I guess maybe you think I don't need some sort of little set or backdrop or anything, and maybe I could just stay here. But let me know what you think, you guys that are already subscribed and watching me regularly, because I did used to make more effort. Like I say, I had a little backdrop ornaments, and sometimes maybe I'd light a candle or something, and I did used to wear more makeup and think more carefully about my outfits and my jewellery. And then I guess that side of things I just started feeling lazy on, and now here I am, this low effort creature before you. And maybe you're fine with that, or maybe I should make more effort if I'm going to be putting myself on the internet all the time. Maybe I should try to look more presentable, but it's effort, isn't it? Or perhaps I could even just widen things up a little so there's a bit more in the background, or maybe I could put something nice above me here, or maybe some sort of Happy Goat Horror logo or something, you know? I don't know. So here are the other options anyway. So here are some bookshelves that I have in my room that I could move things onto, but then I would have to move these things. So over here, I've got anthologies and Stephen King non-fiction on the left, and then anthologies on the right here. And then up there, that is my shelfie. So that's books, anthologies that I have stories in, the couple of collections I released, and the anthologies that I've co-edited. And so this is the other little area here, and like I said, again, I can't move furniture, so perhaps maybe you'd like to see me framed here in this little rocking chair. Perhaps I'll put something spooky behind me. Perhaps I'll put a nice black effort of a blanket to drape over the tar. Maybe, oh, I could draw the blinds for atmosphere like. What do I do? Because here's the other thing, if I go moving books around, I do have options of where to move the books, and here are those options. So in the living room, I have this Stephen King bookcase. So this is 6 tiers, not 7, which presents a problem if I move anything from upstairs down onto this bookcase. I moved the Stephen Kings downstairs instead of keeping them in my office because I could fit them down here on these 6 shelves, although I could do with a bit of room. But if I move them, then where do I put them? Where do I move them to? I mean, I suppose I could move them here. This is where I currently keep my horror DVDs. Plenty of room to move books from upstairs down here. But then that really does open the question up of where do I put the DVDs? I mean, where would I put the DVDs, you guys? I don't want to freak out or anything, but I guess I could just move the DVDs back onto these shelves, which is where they used to live, because those little shelves are adjustable there. But, you know, when I move the DVD, I put my pop collection here, mostly Walking Dead pops, as you can see. And so, obviously, if I move the DVDs over here, then where do I put the pops? Where do I put the pops? I guess maybe I could just not freak out and move them here. This is just where I keep my non-horror DVD films and my shows. And truthfully, I don't watch any of these that often. So I guess they could maybe just go in a box or a drawer or a cupboard or something, and just maybe the pops go here. I mean, maybe I don't touch the big shelves at all, and maybe I just use these. I could utilize these because, as you can see, this is just some non-horror books. I've got some fantasy there. I've got some script writing books. I've got autobiographies, random crap. Stephen King's my spare copies of books, including my spare Stephen King's, and some cookbooks. And oh, by the way, for anyone interested in cooking, this book, this 5 ingredients absolute crap. Do not waste your time with it. But there is a carrot and coriander soup and chili soup in this one that is absolutely delicious, so for anyone who cares. But I suppose I could also sit here and use this wall behind me perhaps, and this cat. Hey Loki. Oh. So, yes, please help me. What do you think looks nice? Which of, shelf A, B, C, this area, my rocking chair? Maybe I could just stand in a completely random place. Maybe I could just stand here by my door on this framed periphery poster, because I've hit the age now where if I want to put posters on the wall, I put them in frames. Yeah, so anyway, that's my conundrum, and I'd love some feedback, because I love moving things around. I like reorganizing my books, but this is going to be quite a big undertaking if I change any of these shelves. So what should I do? Film in the first corner I showed you with that first bookcase, and move all of my TBR books maybe to downstairs or something, and then use that area, and do I just bin off all of my DVDs into a cupboard or something, and then use those little half shelves, or even the main bookcase? Do I just stand in the corner by the door and go real low tech with it, like Kay from Kay's Cooking. I'd really like to start being more creative with my setup. I've hit that time now where I really want to have just a nice little area where I don't have to disturb anything, and come to think of it, that's what I currently have here. I don't know, is this is this entertaining to anybody? Why have I made this video? Please help me, or at least send caffeine. Let me know your thoughts, bleat!